the soul, and food feeds the heart. So please join us for season 2 of Brunch with a Black Man, where we sit down with black men from across the world who talk about their experiences with mental health, mental wellness, and how they are taking on their own mental health journey. We sit down over brunch to break it down. Make sure you join us for season 2 of Brunch with a Black Man. Welcome, Fed the God, to another edition of Brunch with a Black Man. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How you?
I'm doing good. How's your day been?
It's been good. I woke up. I look good. I smell good. How's your day been?
I'm gonna say the same. Like I'm gonna use that from now on. Like I look good, I smell good. It's a good day. But anyway, so you are here. You're Fed the God. You are from the north side, right?
Yes,
I'm not gonna say it's the best side, but it's the north side. But what was it like growing up on the north side?
it was crazy. Like I grew up in the projects, so I came from Westgate, which is now Emerald Gardens on the west side. So I came from Westgate to the Northie Heights. So it was I wouldn't say it was rough because like I got a little brother, so the household was rough. We fought every day, but it was like the OGs, like we had OGs still back in the day, so it was like they would help us out. But if we had a little problem in our court or a little plan where you lived at, you had to rumble, like you had to fight. So like I can fight. Like I got that from a young age. Like, but I got a big personality. So I was like I wouldn't say a troublemaker, but I'm like a antagonist. So like people would do something like oh, what's up? You want to fight? And I throw the first punch. But I was always small too, so I always had to learn how to rip, be funny, or just defend myself because people would look at me as a target. They would try to, bullies, but I would bully the bully. Like I'm not scared of you for real. So being in the projects was cool, but it was like I grew out of that early. Like I grew out of fighting and all that like around like 10, 11. And then I just turned into like an introvert. Because I seen so much like just being around like my neighbors, like I looked at them like cousins, like, growing up close-knit in the projects, everybody's like family for real. My mom had worked, and my Aunt Tracy would watch me, my little brother's family, my Aunt TT and them, they would watch me right down the street. So we had like, within our house, we had 6 other houses I can go to if my mom wasn't home. And then my stepdad, he stepped in, like, shout out to him. He was like a father figure I had, along with my granddad, and my father too. My father, he was in and out, but I respect him. It's thou shalt respect their parents, so that's where we at. But growing up in the north was crazy. It was cool. You get the typical story like, yeah, I had to sell drugs and stuff. Like I thought I had to do that until I grew out of it. Like, bro, you can go get a job. When I grew out of having to sell drugs, trying to get fast money, because that's all I ever seen. I never seen a man have a job. So I only ever seen a man sell drugs. Once I seen my son from a jail cell, I'm like, nah, I'm cool with that. I'm cool off that. I'll wash dishes and flip a pancake before I sell some dope again, just to put myself in jail for what being a real nigga. Like that don't. Being a real nigga is a misconstrued. Nobody knows what being a real nigga is. I'd rather be a real man to my father, to my kids. So I figured that out. Like, man, I'm over that. And then, that was just my upbringing on the north. Just figuring out who you is as a man and just standing on what it is. It don't matter if you ain't got the most bread or you got the least amount of money. It's like money never made who I am. Like what made me who I am is my personality, and I'm a person. I'm cool. I can be cool in any environment. So like that's what growing up in North made me hard. Like it just made me just official, like official man.
Yeah, so we're backtrack just a little bit. So
Yeah,
you
yeah.
growing up on the north,
Uh-huh.
you got a little brother, you scrapping with him,
Yeah.
you have this whole community around you.
Yeah.
Is that where you first learned about hip hop and rap?
So my mom was always like musical. My mom loves music. That's where I got my musical taste from. She would play Master P, and No Limit was her thing. Like it was just like my mom's like a real like project girl. Like she's like a ratchet, like Tupac, Master P, but we got some Kiki Wise in there. We had a lot of gospel in there, so there's a lot in there. Then I was in the church too, so my music came from my mom. Like, but I wouldn't say I was musical. I wasn't the one into music. I'm more so. Growing up, you would have thought I would have been a fashion designer or design sneakers or anime or something. I used to always draw like Dragon Ball Z characters. I would draw sneakers, like anything I ever wanted in life. I wasn't more so, hey, I want this. I would more so put it on a piece of paper and draw it out. Like, so you would have thought, like, I was going to be, whether music or not, I was going to be an artist regardless. So like my music just came It came to me like for real. Like,
Do you remember what was like the first like hip hop song that you were like, oh, I actually like this song?
yeah. Parents don't understand. What's that? Aaron Carter, I think. Yeah, that was it. And then it was that. It was Lil Romeo, and then it was Bow Wow. That was like, all right, I like these songs, but Down for My Niggas, like C Murder was like the one, like, ooh, this is hard. Like, yeah, I'm down for y'all. Like, family, like I'm family oriented. I'm down for y'all. Like, whatever y'all want to do, I'm gonna do. So that was like, yeah, that's what it was.
I actually play that song till this day because
Yeah.
it goes so hard.
That song is amazing.
It's just like
My niggas, I'm
down
down.
for my.
And I be feeling that on a spiritual level.
Listen, if you ever are stressed out, like
Play that song.
go for a drive across
Yeah.
the bridge, like 2 o'clock in
Full
the
speed.
morning. You, not really, because no speeding. But it's such like a good song. So you're like growing up, you're going through things. You've decided, oh wow, that looks good.
That's crazy. Thank you.
Oh,
I got the egg on top of this joint. The yolk.
yeah, that one was good. And those fries, which are amazing.
Yeah.
And then you decide, you know what? I'm not going to fight anymore. I'm going to start creating. I'm going to start moving. I'm going to start mobilizing.
Mm-hmm.
What was that thought process? Because you're like 10 years old. Was it like you was like, I'm tired of fighting, it hurts? Or you were like, you know what? It's probably something else I can do.
So the creative part of me didn't kick in until after high school. But I was around it a lot. Like my friends rap. The rest were God, Michael Nola and Spike G. He rapped a lot. The creative, it didn't really kick in for a long time for real. Like people knew I can rap though, like or knew I can do something just because I'm cool. I'm very witty, and I got a good personality. But it was.
What is the drawing? You said you were drawing.
Yeah,
So,
I
like,
draw. So
how did that happen? You were just like, you were just organically good
my
at
mom
it?
taught me how to do it. My mom drew. My mom used to draw like Goku. I used to always watch Dragon Ball Z, like, but I watched it before. Anime's popular now, so I used to. My mom whooped my ass about this. I ordered the Japanese channel on what was it?
Cable package?
Dell One or AT&T, whatever the cable was before it was Comcast. I ordered it on there, the package on there. It was like $65. My mom whooped my ass about it. But it was in Japanese. So I used to sit there tuned in. I don't know what they were saying, but Goku was whooping their ass. And I'm like, yo, this is super dope. This is cool. And I just got super invested into it. Like I was into sports too, but I'm like, man, forget sports. Like it's like I got a 1 in 68 chance of doing this. I'm frail as hell. I'm like this big. I'm like I ain't gonna make it hooping. I can hoop, but I'm realistic. I'm very realistic with myself. I got a better chance of being a doctor than playing basketball. So I was super into the books too. I was a bad kid, but I was in school, terrible child in school. But report cards, A. Sportsmanship, satisfactory grades, all unsatisfactory. He was a terrible kid. But
So
very
you were
smart.
smart, but you liked to bully the bullies.
No, I didn't bully people, but if you tried to bully me, I bully you, or if you tried to pick on other people, I pick on you, because it's like, what are you doing that for? Like, what do you get out of picking on less fortunate kids? What do you get out of ripping on people? Because I'm funny, so if you want to be funny, I can get funnier. Because what is wrong with you? Oh, he's busted up. Oh, your mom's cheating on your dad. Because why?
Telling their little business.
No, because why are you doing that to him? Because he don't got it. Like, bro, you live in the projects. He might not, like, there's nothing wrong with living in a project, but he might not have Jordans every week, but you're materialistic. That don't mean nothing. Just because your mom prides herself on buying you Jordans, he might have money in a scholarship or a hedge fund. So why are you bullying him for something you don't understand? So I was that type of kid. Like, I understood. Like I said, I'm very smart.
So did you get in school suspension and different things?
I was suspended like every week. I got kicked out of second grade because I watched wrestling too. I remember Triple H and Shawn Michaels used to be like, suck it. So
Was it a kid or a teacher?
it was a teacher. I told my teacher in second grade, I'm gonna make more money than you, and I did this, like, suck it, and I got kicked out, and I had to go live with my dad for a year. And then I set the garbage can on fire at Wilkinsburg Johnson Elementary.
And then you had to live with your dad again?
No, I moved back to my mom, and then went back to my school. They let me back in.
And you were like, listen,
I got to figure it
you
out.
negotiated.
Yeah.
So what was that trajectory like? You're living with your mom.
Mm-hmm.
You have your community. You got your little brother. You like life, and then you got to go live with your dad, which is like
Two different experiences. Two different. One, it was like, my mom's here, you get your dinner, you get your clothes washed, and then the other one was like, you got to learn how to be a man, because he was always ripping and running. So it was cool though. I was cool with it.
So like you get there, what's like the first thing your dad says to you?
Nothing. He had a goat. I talked to the goat before I talked to my dad. He had a farm animal in his house. So I'm like, what's up with you? So right from there, I called my mom like, yo, I want to come home. He's like, no, you're not going home. Your mom wants you here. You're cutting up in school. You got to figure it out. He had a goat. First thing he said to me was like, look, I don't be here all the time. So I'm going to teach you how to cook a grilled cheese. So I had to learn how to cook. 9 years old, 19 years old, third grade, I had to learn how to cook. Figured that out. And it was just like really raising myself for real, for real.
And so where was your dad at that time?
Smoking crack.
But logistically, physically.
Outside.
What state?
Pittsburgh.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's still like down the street.
I don't know where he was. He was high as hell.
So like what was that? So did you always know that your dad was like struggling with addiction disorder, or is that something you
like I'm from like I seen people do drugs and I also seen people sell drugs, so I know what an addict looks like and I know what a dealer looks like. So I used to tell him like, bro, you can't lie to me. And then one day we had a real conversation and he had came out to me like he was of a different community. But people used to always, so I used to fight a lot about that. People would call my dad gay. So I'd be like, man, my dad ain't gay. Like, man, blah, blah, blah. He actually told me he was gay. So from then, before it became like a norm, I had to learn how to love what was not normal. As a growing man, I had to learn like, yo, you have to accept this because it is what it is. It has nothing to do, my dad taught me like, it has nothing to do with you. This is just my preference. This is what I like. So I had to learn like, hey, you don't talk down on that person because of their preference or like stuff like that. So I figured that out at a young age. Like, you don't do that, bro. Like, so that's what he was doing. He was getting high and doing his thing.
And then had the goat. So did you and the goat get along?
Yeah, the goat was cool. The goat was named Samaj. It was like my name backwards. Yeah, so goat was cool. It was cool. He died though. I ain't know what to feed him.
Yeah, so you do that. Then you set the trash can on fire.
Yeah, I was rebelling because my dad was gay.
Your dad was gay. You didn't know how to process it.
Yeah.
And then you want to get back to your mom.
Yeah.
And so then your mom takes you back. And then what is that re-transition like?
That I turned into an introvert because now it's like I was young, so I didn't understand why my mom sent me with my dad. So from me going on a crazy trajectory, like like if I would have kept going where I was going, I'd probably be dead right now. So from me going there and then having to go with my dad like as a punishment, but not a punishment like, hey, you need to get your act together. So I didn't understand. So it just more so made me in the house. Like I would be in the house, like all my friends would come over to my crib, but I ain't want to go outside. I ain't want to get into nothing because I'm like, I don't want to go back there. So I was always smart, but my behavior started to change, and I started to change a little bit. I started to just chill out, like not even fighting my little brother or my sister. They would go at it, but I just chill out, like more so under my mom more, and just figure it out for real.
And you talk about figuring it out. You're growing up. You get into a certain lifestyle, and then that lifestyle finds you on the other side of a jail cell.
Yeah.
What were you thinking when you got arrested the first time?
So, getting into the lifestyle, well, it happens. I found out I had a kid, and I didn't know how to get some money for a kid. I'm like, I'm gonna sell some dope. That's just what it is. Everybody's selling dope. They getting some money. A couple bricks, a couple phone calls today, meet some people, I'd be up. Didn't work like that. Wrong place, wrong time. I was in the car. Cops get us. There's 4 of us in the car. Everybody knows how to go. The driver and the passenger is the one getting charged because it's like, it's yours or his. It happens. Sell drugs to an undercover officer. I noticed the undercover officer is not a fiend because I looked like, yo, you don't got no track marks. Like, you don't got nothing. Hit the fiend, like hit the undercover officer with the car door. Like, and we try to speed off on a side we don't know. Coming from a club, we was hammered. So we just chasing money and get arrested. First time ever going to jail. I'm in jail on a $250,000 bond. First charges ever. So I'm in jail for like 6 months trying to get my bond reduction hearing. It happens, get out of jail, go in front of the judge. Judge charges us, felonies us up. Like my first time ever in front of 4 felonies. And It was just like, I'm cooked. I'm 20 years old, like cooked. Don't know what to do. And I was trying to go to the Navy at that point to pass my test. My naval officer trying to do everything, and they hired to get me out of it. And it's like, man, look, you gotta either do this or that to get out. And I'm like, I'm not doing that. Like, I'm not telling on nobody. It is what it is. Cause I'm a man. Like at the end of the day, I'm a man first. I didn't have to get in that car, so I put myself in that position. Whether like I made a mistake, I'll figure it out. I'm cool. My grandma, my homie gets me out, but my grandma comes to court because my grandma helped get me out too. My grandma took straight in front of the judge, and they sent me back to jail after this too. So I had to stay in jail another month because I snapped out. My grandma in front of the judge said, "I ain't doing this shit with you again." Like talk crazy to me in front of a judge, but like I'm young, I'm hot-headed, rebelling. I'm like, man, fuck all this. Like you don't care about me for real. Talk to me like that in front of them people, and they just did me crazy for like. This is my first time in jail. Like they wouldn't have did nobody else like this. I'm like, you talking crazy to me for something you don't understand because I can't ask none of y'all for help. So I had to figure it out. But it is what it is at that point.
And you said you're in jail. You see your baby.
My first son.
Your first son. So was he born while you were still inside?
Nah, he was
Okay.
I got to see him be born, but like I got to see him walk and see his first tooth and stuff from jail. Yeah.
And then you're like, I need to do something different. I can't do this.
Yeah.
So you're sitting there, you're processing. The naval stuff isn't panning out.
Over.
You now got like all of these charges. Like, what was your mindset at that time?
My mindset at that time was to go back and sell dope. And then I had came home from jail, and the cops ran in my house. The day I came home, like no, not the day, like the week I came home, the cops ran in my house looking for some dope. They ain't find it, so I'm like, you know what? I'm cool. Putting too much stress on my raise. I don't see it working out for me. Like being a drug dealer is just not my thing. It's just not gonna work out for me. So from there I'm still now at this point now I'm rapping, but I'm not a rapper. I'm just making songs as a hobby. It's fun. It's relieving some stress. I'm having fun, but I just ain't see it going nowhere. So I got some jobs. I got a job at IHOP, PF Chang's, and Max and Irma's. So at that point, I got 3 jobs.
So you're working, you're hustling, trying to get all this money up. And at what point do you meet Michael?
So I'm working at that point. So it's about 3 years I'm working consistently. I'm starting to get back to myself, I'm starting to figure myself out. So I'm working. Me and my friends are throwing like house parties and stuff. So like, they're all on me. Like another homie I got, Trozy, he's the man. Trozy's the man in the city at this point. So I'd be around homie like, yo, bro, why don't you rap again? Like you got a knack for people just wanting to come around you. Like, why don't you just try it again? I'm like, bro, I don't want to rap. Like, y'all got it. Like, I can rap, but I don't want to rap. This is what y'all want to do. Like, you feel me? I don't really care. I'd rather try to get some money and funnel money into y'all to do it. He's like, nah, bro, rap. Like, we cool. Like, he said, bro, I'm going to turn it up and I'm going to blow. And I'm going to just make sure you start rapping again. I'm like, yeah, whatever. Like, I'm going to just support you, bro. He ends up dying. He gets killed. And I've seen how the people he invested in handled their situation with him. And I seen nothing coming from it. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to just try it. So I'm like, all right. So I'm getting back in the studio. I call my homie Icy. I'm getting back in the studio every day. I'm in the studio for like 2 years straight. I ain't releasing nothing, but I'm in there every day just working on my craft. I'm at work one day, and I'm listening to a beat, International Pancake Day, 1,000,000 pancakes on the grill. I'm listening to a beat, and I'm like, man, look, I can't wait to get off and go to the studio. My manager looked at me like, you ain't gonna never make it. Like, you ain't gonna rap like niggas say they gonna rap all the time. I looked at him in his face and quit my job. Went to the studio and made the song Bobby Boucher. That's what turned me up. Got me cracking. I made the song, but I didn't want to release it because, once again, I don't want to be a rapper. This is not what I see myself doing. I just want to take care of my kids. I just want to live cool and not have to worry about nothing. So I make the song. I drop a song, and it didn't connect well. Like people didn't. It's not that people didn't like the song. It's just like people didn't want that from me. So it didn't connect well. So my friends forced me to drop the Bobby Boucher song. So I dropped the song on SoundCloud, no video. The song goes crazy. So this is how I meet Mike. Mike calls Stevie B like, yo, who's fed? He's like, yo, he dope. Like, he can rap. Like, he just don't take it serious. So the song, mind you, the song is going crazy. I'm still not taking it serious. There's no video to the song. I'm not posting the song. As you can see now, like, I take my craft serious, but it's like I don't. For me to be this person, I don't care for attention. Like, I don't care for it. I just genuinely like music and like making people happy. So I'm going crazy. Mike calls me, and at this time I quit my job. So I got some bread, but it's like I got kids to take care of. So I quit my job. Mike calls me like, yo, let's have a meeting. I want to meet you. I want to see what type of person you is. So we have a meeting at Nadine's. I go down there. I got like 3 girls with me. I walk in there. Mike's sitting there. He just checking me out. Like, so I'm like, yo, what's up, bro? Like, so we talking. Pressing it, like, moral of the conversation. He's like, yo, I'm gonna pay for this video. I want the song to be out. I can't stop listening to the song. I don't want nothing from you. I just want to see what this song can do because I feel like this song is amazing. So, you know, he put his money where his mouth was. He was like, he paid for the video. I did everything else. I got the Airbnb. I paid my bread into the Airbnb. I threw a party, a wild party. So we throw a party on 21st Street down there at the Airbnb. Party goes crazy. The cameraman's in there. He can't even shoot the video. There's so many people in there. He can't shoot the video, but we get it done. I dropped the video 2 weeks later. It goes up. It goes crazy. From then, I get 3 shows a week at $750. Now I ain't got to sell drugs. I ain't got to do nothing. I'm still not up, but now I ain't got to worry about nothing. Like, $750 a show. And I don't have no history of just being that nigga. And I don't even get the most views on a song, but people hear I changed the narrative in Pittsburgh because at this point everybody's dissing each other. Bobby Boucher drop. It's like I'm going to the telly. Everybody, girls just having fun. People having fun. People spending money. Now they be like, he's marketable. He can make money. Bang! I do. Within 6 months, I do every venue in Pittsburgh, like every hood venue, every bar on Carson. The song is playing everywhere. That goes crazy. Like that's how I met Mike. Like Mike came to me like with a proposition, like, yo, I want to see what you can do. And ever since then, we just been locked in. Like, this is before he becomes my manager. He just hit me every day like, yo, advice, this is what you do, this is what you do. And he just liked the way I move. So that's how we met each other.
So you're locked in, you're hitting these venues. What are your parents telling you at this point?
My mom? Mm-hmm. So like, my mom at that point is just telling me, just keep going. Because you're destined to do something. My mom didn't know what it was, but also my mom and them know I can be focused on something and then I'll just be like, yeah, I'm over it. I be over stuff fast. So it surprised them that I kept going with music. So it was like, all right, cool. You can do something. She was just on it. My grandma didn't agree with it though. Because at this point, I'm all tatted up. I'm tatted everywhere. My grandma's like, you're just messing your body up. You're defecting. You know, old school grandmothers, how they are. She wasn't for it.
So she cussed you out at the court.
My grandma's super hard on me.
She let the judge know that, like, that's not how she raised you.
Yeah.
Now you got this job, and she's like, wait a minute. This is not the job or the future that I want for you.
My grandmother and my uncle were so disappointed in me. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm like, it is what it is at that point.
So you decide, you know what? I hear what you're saying, but I'm gonna try to make this music thing work.
Yeah.
I think I can make something of that. What then is your family dynamic? Because you have your father who's kind of over here,
yeah,
but you also now have your stepdad.
So,
thank you. So
my stepdad always knew I could do something. He more so was pushing the basketball because I could hoop, but I wasn't ever focused on it. So he was just like, yo, whatever you want to do, as long as you ain't in jail, because he felt like I got that from him, the drug dealing and all that. He's like, as long as you don't go to jail, I don't care what you do, whether you're working, just take care of your kids and just do what I did for you, like just raise them. So he was cool with it. My mom was just happy that I was just happy doing something. I wasn't looking over my shoulder. So my mom's super supportive. Anything I want to do, if I want to be a gardener, my mom's going to buy some seeds so I can plant them. My grandma just wasn't like, my grandma was just at that point done with me because she just thought I was a lost cause. Like, he's gonna do what he's gonna do. He don't care to listen to me. He's just gonna do what it is. And as long as he ain't dead and I don't gotta help plan a funeral, my grandma was cool with it.
And so you talk about your song is dropping at a time when there is some tension in the local music scene. And you know, you talked about losing some of your people. You mentioned them at the top of the hour. So like, how do you avoid getting into that type of drama?
I
right?
just
Because you're coming up, everybody loves the song, people are writing for you, and it's easy, especially with like neighborhood-based situations, like to get involved, to get caught up, in the social media of it all. How have you been able to just like navigate and like still stay in the city and like stay out of that?
see with like when you do something out the ordinary and you succeed at it, the hate's gonna come, the envy's gonna come. But like staying out of people's drama is just about being a man. Like a lot of people get called the B word because I'm cool, I don't want to deal with you. No, I'm a man first. I don't want nothing you come with. I don't have nothing against you. Like yes, we can make music, but when you come in the studio with me, we're making music. I don't want to be in there making music about grown men. Like I'm not paying money to make a song about another man unless it's really like that. And then if it's really like that, I'm not making a song, bro. We gonna handle it like men. So that's what I'll tell any artist that. Like I like a lot of artists in the city, but if you about to come on my song dissing your ops, bro, man, the song ain't never gonna come out, or you're just not gonna make a song with me, bro. I don't have time for that, bro. That's not what I'm doing. That's not what makes money at all, anyway, and that doesn't translate to everybody. I have a demographic of white, black, Hispanic, green, blue, pink. They can listen to my music because they can listen to my music. I can talk about things that people relate to. Everybody might not relate to selling drugs or being this and that, but everybody can relate to being broke. Everybody can relate to, oh, I gotta pay this bill, or I gotta take care of my child, or hey, my grandma got cancer. Like people can relate to real things. I'm a real person, or people can relate to just wanting nice stuff. So I know how to talk about what I've been through, what I've seen, but I can widen the perspective because I can understand people. I can have a conversation with you, and you can tell me what you do, and then I can make it into a song. Like, oh wow, he super understood what I was talking about, and I can make people feel it. So it's super easy for real. All it is like, it's easy to not get wrapped up in nobody's bullshit. Just be a man. Like, hey, I'm cool. No, get away from me. I'm cool. I don't want to be around that. That's just, I just tell like it is. I don't want nothing you got to do.
So you talk about that, and you're moving in a way that you're kind of like almost manifesting all the stuff that you drew as a little kid from the art that your mom taught you. You get a call, and you're going on tour.
So that's super fed up. It's bad though.
I mean, we can wind it back.
Yeah, wind it back.
We can wind it back. We can wind it back. So the song drops.
So I dropped Bobby Boucher. That goes crazy locally. Then I drop Sore Loser. I dropped the song Sore Loser. That turns up. It's like he's turned. He just can't miss. So that's when Taylor Gang started to follow me, but they're funny. Like the way they move is just hilarious. So they started to follow me in spurts. Like every other person would follow me differently. So Chevy followed me first, and then Sledger followed me, and then Will followed me. And I had posted a picture because I'm not a person who posts where I'm at. So I posted a picture at Get Go. And then I'm like, I tagged the location Greensburg. Will knew where I was at. He knew I wasn't in Greensburg. So he commented on there like, haha, Greensburg. And then he DM'd me like, yo, anything you need, like anything we can do to help, well, let's try to help. So, I took it my class. I'm like, bro, they got a record label. I'm trying to get out of here. I'm trying to do something big for the city. We got this crazy narrative on us. All our big people dying. I'm trying to figure this shit out. So he do that. I holler at Will. He put me in the studio, like, just like putting the artist do the thing, figure out figure out what he got. I couldn't make a song. Like when the pressure was on, I couldn't make a song. But I got music. I make so much music that I had music. So he's like, man, this dude ain't for real. But I'm dropping bombs. He's like, we got to figure out what makes him go. So Wiz comes into town. They holler at me like, yo, Wiz is here, come to the basketball game. So Wiz did something for the season opener for Pitt. He did a performance there. Wiz hollered at me like, yo, you've been sending songs back and forth. We don't really like them. I want to see how you is with pressure. Like, I want to see you rap in front of me. So I'm like, all right, cool. So we go to the studio. The studio's cracking. Like, I be in the studio, but I've never been in the studio when it's cracking. Like, it's people in there. There's people standing on top of the joint shaking ass. There's liquor. There's food everywhere. Everybody getting turned. He like, all right. He plays a beat. Go in there and freestyle. I'm like, all right, I need some Henny. He's like, all right, cool, I got your bottle. Bottle come, boom, take a shot of Henny, go. He said, no, go. I go in there and make a banger, boom. He stops me mid-verse, like I'm rapping, like it's the song Yeah Yeah we made. He stopped me mid-verse, like, man, I'm getting in here. I'm like, what? What you mean you getting in here? He said, I'm making a song with you right now. I'm like, oh, all right, cool. He go in there, he freestyle. I'm like, nah, stop. I stop him in the middle. I'm like, I'm going back in. So we back and forth the whole song. Song done. So the song, still the song, Sore Losers going crazy. So, 3 days after he come to the city, I'm like, I was gonna drop a tape on Thanksgiving. I'm like, forget it. I got all this buzz around me. I done made a song with him. Everybody done know the song was crazy. I'm like, I'm gonna capitalize off of this moment because I might not ever get this moment again. I just drop a tape on Halloween. The mixtape goes up. I dropped the mixtape Northside shit. That's when this was born. So I dropped that on Halloween. It goes up. I get a call the day after Christmas. Yo, what's your birthday? What's your first, last name? We need your confirmation and all that. I'm like, for what? We flying you out to LA for a month. We putting you in the studio. We want to see how you can make music. So I get out to LA. 3-4 days into it. Once again, I can't make a song because I'm not comfortable. I gotta get comfortable first. I gotta find my flow. He hollered at me like, yo, just come to the studio early in the day. Cause now I meet Meg the Stallion, I meet Roddy Ricch. I'm in the studio with all them. I'm like, what the hell is going on? So I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. I can't stop looking at Meg. I can't stop looking at none of them. I'm like, whoa, this is really you.
Focus.
Yeah, I can't focus. They get me in the studio earlier. I drop some bombs. I boom, 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 boom. He like, we about to go test it out. We about to go see if you really lit. This is the song 42. So we go play the song 42 in the club. Slim Jimmy, all of them in there. They play the song. They go crazy. Slim Jimmy standing on top of the DJ booth, hammer. Man, run that song back. He take the mic off the DJ. Run that song back. They run it back. I'm in there like, it's like that. It's really like that. So within that month, like after the first couple of days, I knock out 60 songs. I knock out like 3-4 mixtapes in a month. February 11th, they give me my paperwork. I sign a deal. I come home. I have a sold out show at the Ultra Bar. 2 weeks later, whole world shut down. COVID happened. I'm like, wow, I just signed a rap deal. I'm 25 years old at this point. I just signed a rap deal. I'm turned up in the city, and now I can't go outside. So I'm in the crib for 3 years. So like when people be looking at the career like, why ain't Fed where he's at? Because I was the nigga in the city, but I was never the one getting the most views. So a person's motion getting stopped while it's going crazy for 3 years is like, that's kind of like, oh, it's fucked up for real. So that happens, and then I get the call, like, you know, I'm just trying at this point. I'm dropping music throughout COVID. I'm trying to figure it out. I get the call. We go on tour. Tour was super dope, like, and that's just how that happened. Like, so it was just like I was just pushing through, and that's when I got the call to go on tour.
Mm-hmm. And I will say, I did see y'all's Pittsburgh show.
Oh, you did?
I did.
Okay.
It was good. It was good. I was going to give you a props. I was like, okay, because I usually don't go to any concerts outside of city limits because I just feel like
It was far, wasn't it?
Bridgetown is far.
The traffic to get there was crazy.
The traffic is crazy, and then I'm just like, I don't know how I'm gonna get back. Like, it's dark. Like, is this gonna be safe or whatever,
Yeah.
whatever? So I usually don't go out. But I was like, oh, this is like a really good, and everyone's like, you have to go, and you shut it down. And so like, what is that feeling like hitting the stage? Because like, not to downplay club performances, but like, you know that people are buying tickets and they're coming early to see you,
Yeah.
right? And it's, you look outside, that's a lot of people.
It was a lot.
And you've already
20,000 people.
you've gotten over the hump of like performing in the studio, but like, how are you focusing now on stage?
So the stage is the easiest part. The studio is the hardest part. Making a song that y'all like is so hard. Because what you like today is not what you like tomorrow. So like, getting on stage is more so just let loose and have fun. It's a whole day of preparation. We set up, we sound check. So we all, I'm gonna let you in on a secret. We all changed the show specifically for Pittsburgh. Because what works in Pittsburgh might not work in Dakota. So my Pittsburgh set was all Pittsburgh bangers. It was just, that's why I went crazy. It was just like, oh, he's turned up here. So it was like, it was a relief because like certain shows, people reacted to me crazy. And certain shows, people were just like, all right, we want to see Wiz, we want to see Logic, we want to see Snoop. So it was like coming home. My kids is on stage with me. My mom on stage with me. I'm seeing all my homies, all my folks in the crowd. They're going crazy. I'm seeing people like, oh my God, it's really him. Like, that's the easiest part. That's the most fulfilling part of just making music. Like, seeing having a sold out show, and my merch sold out that day. So it was just like, man, I was caking that day. And I was home for 3 days after being on the road for a whole month. So I got to go out after. I'm seeing all the love. It was just like, it's easy. Being on stage is super easy. For me, I don't know for everybody else, but for me, grabbing the microphone and performing is just like, oh, all right, now we get to see who he is. You get to see the ego come out, because I'm naturally like laid back, but that's the easiest part. Like, super easy.
Okay. And so, as a naturally laid back person, you're going to the stage, you're getting attention. You're also using social media to showcase your personality, because what kind of sets you different from a lot of other artists is like you're a likable person. And you're not afraid to like showcase that.
Yeah.
So when you're engaging in social media, do you feel like, oh, I'm showing too much, or like I'm making people feel like we're friends, but like they really don't know me? Like, how are you navigating like this post-COVID social media reality?
I just don't try to do too much. Like, I want to let people in, but not too much, because there still has to be a mystery about me. Like, yes, I'm an artist, but social media is to be social. It's not to get personal. I'm not about to get on there venting. If I'm going through something, I have a therapist. I got friends I can call. I'm not about to get on there crying. Oh, I'm being treated unfair. Because it's like, what is that for? When you can really voice what's going on to the people who you need to voice it to. I don't need to broadcast everything. Like, I'm not a fan of social media at all. So like, it's like really a struggle with me in social media, because I don't understand it. I don't understand why I need to know what's going on in Germany with some 16-year-old kid or some 20-year-old in Germany. I don't want that much access to people. I really wish social media would go the hell away, honestly. But nah, I don't like that shit.
Well, it's okay. You can be like a man of mystery, like Andre 3000, being like, you know what? You get the music and nothing more.
Yeah.
But you talk about needing therapy, and I think that a lot of people will look at your story and be like, I don't understand how you keep going. Because 2020, you're like on the rise, next big thing, and that motion stops. Some people would have broken at that moment, right? What was the moment that like you know, like I can keep going, I can soldier on through this? And then like how did that also translate into you getting a therapist?
So I have broken like many a time. Like, there'll be times I'm like, man, fuck this rap shit. Like, I'm going to go sell some drugs. Like, cause it's not what everybody see. I'm lucky enough to have one on tour, and I'm lucky enough to be able to go to perform at Rolling Loud, because I have a great team around me. A lot of artists will credit themselves. Oh, I did this. Nah, if I didn't have the Wills, the Mikes, the Danielles, or even the Wizes, I might not have did half of the shit I did. So, like, just last week I done called Mike like, fuck rap. I ain't making no more music, because like, for what? Because now I look at like, yo, I'm going crazy in rap. I have great music, and then I told Mike not to talk about this, but we're gonna talk about this. So then I see some bullshit going on the internet, and everybody's atting me in it, and I'm like, what are y'all atting me for? I have nothing to do with this situation, like, you feel me? But I just dropped 4 videos, and y'all ain't blowing them up, but y'all want to at me in some drama. So that it makes you look at your city like, y'all see I'm doing this, y'all can support this, and y'all know y'all can support this, but y'all rather support some shit I have nothing to do with, just because a person is seen around me. Y'all want to put me in his bullshit, but y'all don't want to support my dream. I just was in a city paper. We just did the voting thing with one hood. Y'all don't support shit like that, but y'all want to support some bullshit. So it'd be things like that, because it's a mental thing. It'd be things that with an artist, it'd be like, am I doing all this for nothing? And then that'd be the benefits of going on tour, having a fan base outside of where you're from. I'm in Paris, and you couldn't tell me I wasn't the #1 artist in the world. They genuinely appreciate me. So it's like, I could be in Pittsburgh doing all this positive shit, but if I crash out on the net, oh, he's so turned, he's this and that. But if I be positive and stay straight, a lot of people might not like that because they're like, oh, he was this and that, was younger, or he think he's better than us. I'm like, no, I'm trying to do something better so all y'all can do something better. So like, I be having a therapist or having somebody to talk to is very essential, especially with being a creative, because it's like you lose your mind because everybody thinks you rich and you're not rich, and then everybody comes to you for everything, and then you can't come to nobody for nothing. Like that's how you feel, even though you can go to people for stuff. But having that feeling is like, you can come to me and say this and that. I come to you, you be like, you okay? But you come to me, I give you a solution. I'm not gonna say you'll be okay. I'm not. I'm here with you, and I come to you and you're not here with me. You're just like, oh, bro, you be alright. Like you always figure it out. I'm like, no, I'm not okay, bro. Like, I'm on Call of Duty rampaging right now, and I just killed 1,000 zombies on a cheat code because I need to let it out. And I'm coming to y'all, and y'all just telling me I'm okay, but y'all come to me in a solution and be like, it's kind of crazy for me.
I think there is power in being like, I'm not okay and I need help.
Yeah.
And I think that, like you said, your team's there and you get your therapist and you're just like, okay, I can vent, I can let it out, because, you know, in Pittsburgh, there's also this fear that you have of letting stuff out on the song, you know, because we've seen Pittsburgh artists get caught up for letting things out on the song. So, like, you have this tension of you can't use art to always escape.
Yeah.
But then you have a family who is conflicted over your art. And then you have the therapist who's probably like, just let it out.
It's like damned if you do, damned if you don't. like in my therapist, I got a Dr. Darla, she's dope, but like, you know, sometimes people go to therapy and be like, oh, they're just trying to calm me down. No, my therapist told me, like, sometimes you letting people play with you too much and you just gotta let it out. But then it's like, I also have to understand I'm a brand. I'm not just, it's bigger than me. Music's not like, once I got into music and once I signed on that contract and now I know I'm a national artist, like I had to figure it's not about me no more. Whatever I make, I can make music for me and that's for me, but that's what I have studio time for. But what they want is what you give them. Like, you know, until you build that Drake or that Kendrick fan base to give them what you want. So you gotta give them what they want, boop, 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 but make it you, if that makes any sense. Like, so a lot of people are like, oh, he sold out, he did this and that. No, I figured out how to make what they want for me. Like, so it's like, you can be selfish but be selfless at the same time. So.
And so you talk about being tagged in drama. Some people look at that and say, you know what, the negative sells, I'm gonna just go negative. Yeah. Right? The controversy sells, I'm just gonna be in controversy all the time. How are you now being like, you know what, I'm staying positive. I have a goal.
Mike and Will. Call them every day, like, yo, what should I do? Hey, you got amazing music. Just let that speak for itself. Like, don't feed into it, especially when you have nothing to do with it. And even if you do have something to do with it, there's ways you go about that. Because, like, I'm a person. Like, at the end of the day, I'm a person. So I ain't getting into it with nobody on the internet. For what? Just so I got a platform. I'm blessed to be able to do things with one hood and do things with the city. So why would I get into it with you on the internet when I have your phone number or somebody around me can contact you? Yo, what's up? Blah, 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 blah. Oh, you feel this way about me? All right, cool. I don't care. Bye. I gotta get my son from school. I don't care. Like, so it's like I really don't be caring, but it's like my homies, they help me being ground level, like not having yes man, just having just a beautiful team around you. Like, yo, just let it go. It's gonna pass over, because everybody's looking for a moment. As soon as I give it light, then it, oh, he's mad. Even if I'm upset, just play the game, bro.
Yeah, because sometimes people just want that reaction.
Yeah,
and then you're caught, because then like you're now forever attached. I remember one time I was going through something and someone says, it's not what you're going through, it's what you're attached to.
Yeah.
And what you let get attached to you. So I think that you've been like very smart in how you've maneuvered, even if it hasn't been like because I mean, we be very honest, like a lot of Pittsburgh rappers since Wiz,
attached themselves.
you know, attached themselves, and they are no longer here, or they're serving like serious time, or they've given up music altogether just because of how toxic it has been. So I do think that like seeing you stay positive is good, and even though you're going through your own situations, I think you're showing like other people like you want to work with me, you can't do that drama. That like stops that cycle of violence, and like shows people there's another way to get on. So I do want to give you your props for that. I know it's been a stressful week because I was like, please don't cancel. I knew it was stressful, but like as we wrap up, there's a couple more questions I just wanted to ask you. You talked about, you know, your biological father, and that relationship being a little fraught. Have you been able to at all like repair that as you've gotten older and understanding some of the struggles the community has gone through, and maybe that's why he acted like the way he did?
So, yeah, I understand it. Like, I talked to my dad. My dad called me now and answered, but it'd be like, I have my own kids and I go through my own things. So now seeing things from a parent's point of view, I even tell him like, there's no excuse to not be a father. Even if you don't got it, bro, I don't care about you having bread, bro. Like, sometimes I just wanted to be around my pops. Like, I didn't really care about all that other shit that was going on. My mom had it. I was always cool. Like, as long as I eat, I be all right, bro. Like, I don't need all that. Like that. I learned that with my kid. Like, my son live with me now. And like, you know, because he's transitioning, he's being an adult, but he loves it. Like, my son don't care. I buy my son the world. All my son want to do is wake up and eat a cinnamon roll and try to wrestle me because he know he can't beat me, but he just wants to feel it. So sometimes I let him slam me, sometimes I'll slam him, just to let him know, like, hey, I'm the big dog. Like, you know,
I can still fight.
Yeah, I can still fight. So it's like being a parent, but my dad respect me. Like, I'm like my dad. I be telling my dad all the time, I'm like your dad now, bro. Like, I'm like, but that's how you want to be. You want to, any child want to put yourself in a position to put their parents to like just chill out. Like, I don't want y'all to do nothing. Y'all did enough for me. So even though me and my dad's relationship was rocky, I still want the best for him. But my grandma just passed. But my grandma and my mom would always tell my dad, like, I'm the devil's advocate to my dad. My dad can sing. I'm my dad's karma. My dad can sing like super well. I'm the one who made it. Like, you tried to distance yourself from me because you didn't think I was going to agree with what you do, and then I actually accepted you for that, and you didn't know how to take that, and now I'm everything you wanted to be. So it's like, it's hard.
But it's hard raising your parents.
Yeah, it's super hard raising my dad.
And it's also hard like looking at your parent as an adult who's not like this like perfect being. You're like, oh, they're like human too. It's difficult, but like,
I be feeling him sometimes a little. I don't agree with drugs, but I be feeling why he smoked that horror sometimes. I'm like, nigga, I might need to smoke some crack.
No. No. I think therapy is good.
No, therapy is great, but
therapy and
sometimes
art.
you be like,
listen, you know, sometimes life get a little stressful and you're like, you know
life
what?
be lifing.
You know, maybe, but like you have your little ones. Well, you know, they're not so little, but you have like your young ones. So what has fatherhood taught you?
A lot. Patience. It's crazy. Doing homework with an 11-year-old who really doesn't understand, and you know the answer to the homework, and you're trying to tell him the answer, and he's just like, the math ain't mathing, Dad. I don't get it. And I'm like, you know what, bro? I'm just gonna do your homework for you. Like, you know, I'm gonna write on the back of this cheat sheet, and you figure out how I got these answers. It is very.
Because you're smarter than the fifth grader. Like,
yes, I'm smarter than he. Well, so my sons are in 6th and 4th, so I'm smarter than a 6th and a 4th grader. But the homework they have, I feel them. And like, we didn't go through not having to go to school or going to school on a computer. Them going to school through COVID cooked all these kids. All these kids are a little like behind. I'm like, bro, what?
Look, I don't understand.
I don't understand how you don't understand, so I'm gonna help you understand. But if Johnny had 5 apples, he's like, well, so he has 2. I'm like, you know what? 1 + 1 is 3.
That's your karma for misbehaving in school. They're like, listen, now you gotta redo this over. But I want to thank you so much
Thank you.
for coming over, for sitting down. I told you it was gonna be painless. It was good, right?
I had a good burger too.
Good burger, good food. You know, we got it. We're gonna get it right. But anyways, that has been this edition of Brunch with a Black Man from Northside's very own Fed the God. Thank you all so much for tuning in.
Thanks for having us. We out.